Hello everyone, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 117 Pax Romana. We're picking up right where we left off at the end of the previous episode. I'll give you a bit of a recap though as to the current situation. We have just claimed our second island of Capitoline. We're going to rename that to Latium. So Latium has two unique fertilities that we at least care about. We have the olive growers and the resin tapper. Both of those goods we brought over manually on our flagship to the island of Roma to deliver into the plebeian residences. Obviously first, we refined it with the olive press and then again with the potter. And that was producing amphorae and olive oil then for the plebeians to be a little happier. So they're getting that at the moment. It's just kind of winding its way up, and then we can upgrade these guys into equites. Once we do that, we'll have access to Albion. So things are progressing quite quickly. The other thing we have on the go, another iron in the fire, is we're producing our first pentaconter ship. We're going to use this for trade between the two islands so that we can automate it rather than having to do that manual delivery. And we're in a bit of a trade deficit at the moment, right? We have negative 2,000 denarii. So we're going to head to Diana's lighthouse with 7 tons of soap, ideally, and we're going to make back 3,000. So let's let time play. And we'll catch up. I also noticed that Zara Nitu's warehouse here has a delivery for 166 tons of sheep. We can do it. I was having a look actually in our inventory and I was like, wow, we have 141 sheep right now. That's because, well, we just have a little oversupply. We are making our own sails and ropes now, and that uses some sheep. So I'm just going to set this all the way up. Sell one above 150. That's fine. And when our ship gets here, we'll just pick that up. And then we'll wait a little bit. It's 166 tons, so that means we need 4 slots. It could only be done on our flagship, really. Unless you can do it with multiple ships at the same time. I don't know. Either way, we're going to pick that up and hopefully make another batch of cash. And once we're in the positive, then we'll go to Albion and we can kind of explore around a little bit. Thought I would talk about the plans for the layout of the city, just really quickly while we're waiting on a few things. So, just also fix these guys. They're having a problem. So, when we get the Equites, Tier 3, we should unlock the ability to make concrete, and also aqueducts. Now, aqueducts come out of the mountain slots that we have, so I was looking around the island. This is an awesome island, by the way. Really, really cool. Just really dynamic and interesting looking, I think. We've got a huge hill going all the way up to the mountains up there, so to me, it's like, the aqueduct should probably come down here. This massive clearing of space, perfect for, like, big major buildings and temples and things, maybe in the future. So definitely want to build on this big open space here and out here, of course. But where the farms are going to go, they could maybe be along the coastline here, or we could split the aqueduct off into an area out this way, because it's a bit more, what's the word, jagged terrain, uneven terrain. Hard to position a lot of houses there cleanly. So we could maybe use the farms all up along the cliffs here where there's no actual building slots, but you could kind of make use of all that space with good farmland. So kind of trying to think about where everything's going to go. But the reason I mention that is because we're not going to redo or redraw the city lines or the city blueprint until we actually get the aqueducts built and up and running, because they're going to require being fed directly into the city in multiple places, and we need a lot of concrete to do that. So it's just going to be a little ways off before I can do my first proper beautification, but just wanted to mention that because I know some people are waiting on it. Alright, so let's grab all the sheep we can. I'll just dump a couple back in just in case some of the warehouses actually need that. And is there anything else? Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to do. So if we go into the statistics screen and we go to the consumer goods tab, actually the agricultural goods tab, we toggle all of Latium on, we can kind of see, do we have enough olives? You know, are we producing enough olives here on Latium to satisfy the need on Roma? The answer is yes. For the resin tapper, it's actually, it's not very clear right now, but it's basically 1-to-1. So it's a little close for the resin, so we might do something with that. I was going to put more resin tappers down. Now our ship is made, which is excellent, so we'll just send it over to this island, but while it's moving, we'll now open up the trade overview, pressing T. We'll go to new trade routes, we'll select our first island, Latium, where it's coming from, and then Roma. So I always like to be, I'm very organized with this stuff, or I try to be, so whenever, this is the island that's exporting, so that's the first one in the list. It'll just help long term when we have a lot of these. So this ship is called the Pretoria, that's fine. We're going to load the agricultural goods of olives and resin, and then unload both batches. It does 50 by default, that's the most it can hold in its slot, and has a third slot available for future. We'll establish the route, we will rename the route to Latium Exports 1. And that's that. Now that ship is just going to go back and forth Hopefully with no issue, but I'm going to set it onto evasive stance. Unit abandons commands to flee from danger. So if the pirates get a bit close to it, it'll hopefully start moving away. I doubt it'll really be able to do anything though, especially if it's full of stuff. Okay, so we're really just waiting on sheep to kind of climb up the ladder here. What we could do to encourage sheep growing a bit quicker is just pause the sailmaker. That's going to reduce the amount of sheep consumption effectively. And we should be good. Alright, I feel like I was talking about something else and then I got distracted. Well, anyway, one thing we can do now, without holding off any longer, is upgrade to tier 3. I absolutely love the look of these houses. They look so good. We should really zoom in a bit more often. I definitely will be once the town has been redrawn and stuff. But it just looks so good. And the details, even all the way up on the balconies, you know? Very nice. So we have a quest available. Dire tidings, Praetor.
I'm afraid to report that the survivors of a recent naval skirmish have been captured by the notorious Syracuse. He means to sell them off.
I know the voice is quite quiet, by the way. I've done that on purpose, really, because they often talk over me. A number of my associates were lost at sea recently. I fear Queso Syracuse, the pirate lord, seeks to enrich himself by clapping our fellows in chains. I call upon your aid to rescue them from that brute's plutonic clutches. Yes. Now, I've seen this quest before. I've actually never done it before, but I just know that if we meet with him at sea, he's going to require, like, a lot of money, and we don't really have any money right now. So ideally, I'd like to do it when we have a lot of money. So that'll just sit in the back burner for a while. Similar to the quest where we have to take out some Quinqueremes. They are powerful ships, and we'll just have to wait, unfortunately. So the Pretoria is on its way to Latium. These have run dry already, which is why I wanted to increase the amount of stuff that they were making, which I think is where I lost track of things. Well, really quickly, though, we have changing the province and a missive from the Emperor.
Fancy a side, Governor?
Alright, Albion province awaits. Emperor Gnaeus Firmius Calidus congratulates you. In recognition of your achievements, you've been granted the right to settle the territory in rainy Albion. A challenging post, no doubt, but clearly the Emperor has faith in you. At the very limit of the Empire, will you choose to impose the Roman template by force, or soften to local ways? Choose wisely. Chiefess Voada and her Skatach tribes set fire to the last governor's villa. You can now enter and settle the lands in the province of Albion. Excellent. We'll do that in just a moment. Once we go there, the AI goes there, by the way, so there's no mad rush to do that. Requests from the Emperor. What do you need? Oh, this is the worst one to get. He needs 112 concrete. That's so difficult. It's really tough to produce concrete, at least in volume, early on. And it's such a waste as well. That would be everything we need for our own aqueduct. Now, if we accept, we get plus 10 reputation. If we decline, we lose 5. I have to accept it. We need the reputation. He makes islands cheaper. It's really important to get that, I think. But that sucks. I don't think we can buy it or get it any other way. But we'll do it. That's a random quest. You can get different things. Sometimes the one I was hoping for would be the one where he asks you to make ropes. You need like a 60 ropes or something. It's like, yeah, that's perfect. Just totally easy. But we got the worst one. Oh well, we've been doing pretty well up to this point, so we need a bit of a challenge, eh? A disease has started in Roma. In fact, let me quell that disease before it gets out of hand. So it started over here. We haven't actually built any Medici yet. There. So they'll roll out and try to deal with that straight away, actually. So that's good. Technology is... We are getting some tech, right? Yeah, we are currently getting tech. Good. Just making sure. Okay. We're still waiting on the sheep to get some more money, and we also need the 7 soap. I guess I could have done the soap while I was waiting. So that is 100... It's 66, isn't it, actually? Yeah, so we have 160. Just wait a little bit longer for Zara Nitu. 166. I'd like to actually bring this ship to Albion if I could, because... it has an increased discovery radius, and it moves fast and stuff. So maybe after we do these 2 contracts, we just get out of here for a little bit and go there. It would leave us quite vulnerable to the pirates, though. We don't have any military ships here, so maybe I'd have to make one. And in order to make one of those, we need more sails, and we'll need 4,000 and 23 workforce. We have the workforce, no problem. In fact, we can let these guys continue working on wood. And we'll get back on the sheep there as well. Alright, so keep getting distracted. It's going to always happen to me, but I'm going to build another olive farm. I'll just throw it down whatever. So we'll probably change it in the future. It's fine by me. That's 150... 160. Great. Extra olives. Now, something interesting people told me was your woodcutter grows trees around it once you have the technology to do that, which is very quick and early on. So we can move this building now. Let's just move it, let's say, here. And then the resin tapper. If I wanted to build a resin tapper out here, we don't grow trees for the resin tapper, but we could put it in where we did just grow trees for the woodcutter, and it works. It's a really good tip. So shout out to the comment that mentioned that. I didn't know that. So we can get an extra resin tapper like that, and that we already have the trade route up and running, so it's just a matter of letting it do its thing. The ship will come along and pick up what it needs. It's actually just picked up some stuff, and it's halfway on its way back, I should say. So that's good. Alright, can we get the rest of them sheep? 6 more, please. Oh, there's only 4. Looks like these guys are struggling to get there, or they are there. No, that seems bugged. Oh no, they're doing something. It's just the animation, I guess, is bugged. Okay, that's fine. As long as they're doing something, don't really mind. Wow, they're moving very quick. Man, it's spreading even with that there. I mean, I guess I did throw them down a bit late. I'm kind of surprised by that. 5. We just need 1 more. Literally waiting for the sheep to be produced. And then we'll go straight to Zaranitu. Once we do that, then we can go to Albion and check it out. Because I want to start exploring the islands in Albion and building as well. We're low on the workforce here, by the way, because we haven't delivered in the olives and resin. So as long as that, if we don't keep up that trade, it's going to keep dipping. But that's why I wanted to make a few more. So we should be over-delivering soon enough. That's a real shame, though. It's going to keep falling as long as these buildings go offline. So when a sickness happens, I think I mentioned this before, and a plague happens or a riot happens or whatever, the buildings are actually still running. Unlike Anno 1800, even though these people are sick, they're still working. So what happens is the 11 workforce here, or the 13 workforce, goes away. Like, they get taken away because they're technically sick. And then a new, fresh workforce tries to take the position. And that's why you end up going into a big deficit. Because it's like, these aren't houses. In Anno 1800, when your production buildings suffer riots and things, you don't lose workforce. You'd only lose workforce if your houses went away, because they're the ones providing workforce. So it's a bit weird in this game. It's kind of... It's like the buildings are still running. But if you pause the building when they're sick, you get back some of the workforce. Now, depending on your difficulty, you could get back all the workforce. I'm playing on hard, though, so you only get back half. But I just thought that was worth mentioning. So if you find your economy spiraling because you've had a riot, a fire, or sickness, turn off the buildings. They're not actually off. They might seem like they are, but they're not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, great, finally. Let's go to Zaranitu, let's get paid, and then we'll take the soap and go to Diana, and then we'll send our ship off to Albion and see how we get on. We need to make a military ship, though. So in the military category, we've got... I don't want the Scorpion, it's not really useful, so we'll just save this as Legio 1. We'll call it Classis 1. Let's save that. So only 23 workforce, we have the archers, we don't have the row. Should we do rows? That's a lot of workforce. We'll just do this instead. And we'll just make that. So it's a bit of money, but we'll make it back soon with the contracts. And that's just to defend our little trade route. In case the pirates come attack us when we leave this place. Which they may well do. That's the ship we have to meet Queso at. Wow, he's just right outside our island. Normally it's at the edge of the map. That's interesting. Has this been quelled yet? Can I start to repair? I think we're good to repair. There we go. All back to normal. And we can turn this back on. Okay. So this should climb back up now that they have their... Yeah, the olives should start going again. Oh, has it not been delivered yet still? Wow, it's quite the distance. I guess we're going against the wind. But the ship is about to pull in now. Alright, they should have what they need, and then on the second journey we should deliver in even more. There's a lot of sheep on this. Thank you. Alright, we'll come back here and we'll just quickly get that soap and deliver that as well. Interestingly as well, you can press control, if you're on keyboard, mouse and keyboard anyway, you can set camera bookmarks. So I can flip to different things just at the press of a key. So if you look at an area, any area you want, and then you press control F5, let's say, and then you don't press control and just press F5, it'll snap you back to that position. So you're saving it with control F5. So I saved one on Diana, one on Valeria, and one on my home island. So F5, F6, F7. I think F8, 9, 10 are all open to do that, I think. So you can set it to multiple islands just so you can flip between them. So I'll be doing that more in future, and just in case people ask how you do that, that's how. Right, so once I load up in the soap, we're finally going to Albion. By the way, we didn't even check, but we could have a look at... ooh, actually, ransom demand.
Time to decide.
A donation to the orphans for Queso. No, we'll accept the risk. So this is actually where he may start attacking us because we've denied that. So maybe I shouldn't leave this area until we at least deal with a few of those ships. I can only see 3. It's not that bad, but we might go hunt a few down before I leave. Might be the wise thing to do rather than leave these guys. They can actually even land troops on your island, so I wouldn't want to leave myself completely open. How long is that ship going to take? Yeah, 3.5 minutes. Okay. But anyway, I was going to say, we didn't even check what these guys need. So, their extra needs, basically every time you level up a residence, they'll need an extra couple of things in each category, and then unlock a new category. That's how it works. So, their new things are wine and cheese, both of which we can't make on this island. So, if we were to try and do that, wine requires the grape fertility, an apiary, and a vinter. So unfortunately, this is the island straight to our like northwest that has grape, which is great, but it's huge, and it's going to cost like 80 grand or something to take it. The island further west is the one I really wanted because it has mineral, marble, and sandaric, so it's got much more things that we don't have. It's got 3 things rather than just the 1. So I'd really like to get this one next, and if we could get the bigger one in the center, that'd be great. I just don't anticipate we'll have the money to do all of that. It'd be really difficult. So, what are the other options? Well, the other option is to make cheese. But to make cheese, we need ox. And ox you only get in Albion. So we can't do that here either. But there are options for us. And I'll talk about that in just one sec. So we needed soap. We need 7 soap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, great. I'm going to take that over to Valeria. Sorry, Diana. I always call her Valeria. My bad. Alright, anyway, so we're moving off with that. That's fine. So what I was going to say, in order to get wine and grape, what we can do is buy it. Now, we don't really have any money, but if we select our warehouse, now that we've unlocked it, it is here. So grapes. So you can set a buy order. So buy it when we're under 40. So anytime we're under 40 grapes, try to buy it. And that just means as the NPCs come by, they'll deliver it. But whether or not I can sustain that, I don't really know. And is it worth doing right now? Probably not, because we've only got 4 residences. But they will provide 3 income each. Extra happiness, belief, and then a little less knowledge, because they're a little tipsy. But yeah, so we could upgrade a few extra houses here. Tell you what, we'll do these ones into plebeians. And then just along this street, a couple more equites. So we got a nice street of equite there. This also means we've got the concrete chain unlocked, so we'll talk about that in a minute, but I think we should really move on to Albion. We won't really... Or we could set up the concrete and then go to Albion, actually. That would make sense, because it's going to take a long time to make things, and we need, what was it, 112 concrete. So yeah, maybe these 2 here. We'll do limestone. So that requires 7 plebeians, actually. Interesting. So we'll do... I'll just blueprint it for now. 30 seconds for each one, and then we need sand refinery, which is 45, and this is a minute 30. So one of these... Oop. Getting attacked straight away. Get back around there. Oh, it's so far away. So basically what's happening, we've got this little pirate ship just outside of Arretium attacking me. Now Arretium has onagers at the ship trading post. So if we can just get into the bay here, maybe that'll deter them. Maybe. But it is blocking me from trading, really. And my military ship is nowhere to be found, because it's under construction. We'll take these guys out. There's only like 3 pirates around here, so how bad can it be? There we go. The onager's firing. Miss. He's trying to get out of here, actually. Just stay disciplined, stay in here. There's not much you can do other than just take your hits. You could keep moving back and forth, actually, and it might avoid hits. My military ship has been made, so I'm going to start moving here with that. Look how bad the Onager is, by the way. It can't hit anything. Oh my god. We're not really dodging anything, to be fair. It's still getting hit. That didn't even hit, and it definitely did, if you know what I mean. You know what? Let's just transfer these back into the warehouse, because it looks like we're not going to make it. That was a miss as well. It's not even moving, man.
First and last law of negotiation.
Oh well. They caught me.
It's a
No,
loss
don't do
for
that.
us all, really.
Sorry, we have to click this thing. Yep. Alright, well, we've made money. Okay, so, yeah, we're gonna kill them. We have to make a regular ship again.
You did it.
So another civilian ship, but we need more sails, so we'll have to wait. What a shame. Now, our regular workforce has actually fallen down a bit, and they don't have a tavern down here. Let's see if we can get them one. So they're missing a tavern down on the south, basically. I'll give a little extra population. Should be fine. They're actually attacking my
Could exchange ideas.
my island now as well. She offers me a treaty. This never works when that pops up.
I have seen hard deals.
She offered me a treaty as well. It just goes away instantly, I think.
Expect neither great
Yeah.
nor soft furnishings.
What a shame. What about you? Is yours still there? I paused the game immediately to see if we could see it. No. And then if you click the notification as well. Yeah, it's not there anymore, really. I've seen hard deals struck.
I have seen hard deals struck.
She offers me a treaty, but we can't see it, so clicking this doesn't do anything, and yeah.
I have seen hard
Sorry.
deals.
I didn't know doing that would happen. Okay, so that's going to be a bit annoying. We'll have to deal with these pirates. We'll start making another ship once we get the thing. Our military ship is on the way out here, though, to help. I think on its own it'll be totally fine against it. I imagine they're just a Pentaconter as well. They're a Raider 1, actually. They've got Scorpions. Maybe I should wait until we bring our ships together, actually, just in case. Gonna try and catch up to this ship. Right. It's not very clear, but I'm trying to coordinate attack. So basically what's happening is one of our ships is coming back, the military one. Our flagship is here, so I'm going to go straight east to try and catch this one. And then if we go further east, this is the guy that's like sort of besieging me right now. I can see the NPC ships are actually coming into dock here too. And we're just waiting on a... There we go. I was going to say a direct hit, finally. Good. We are losing health on this one though, so we have to get over there soon. In fact, I didn't realize it's lost health already, so we are probably pretty good to go. Although we are about to pincer this guy if we can. Alright, not much we can do, just wait. Okay, so let's focus on this again. So this is concrete production. So some warehouse up here, I guess. We need to ultimately build sand things, or just get sand. So a sand refinery. Okay, I guess one there. 2 of these would be ideal. And then we need 3 of these. 11 workforce, so we could get 2 of them for now. Guess we could move these closer. Try to make use of that. Can we get the road through there? No.
Your attack. What could you possibly require?
Oh crap, he's got 2 ships here. My other one's coming in. I need to go that way. Damn, I didn't see how he got the other one out of this place so quickly. One of them's quite damaged though. This guy's going against the wind, my little buddy here. Alright, fall back. Fall back. We need to get repair... Oh, I'm not getting technology anymore. We just got a repair crane. Just get a few of these techs for now, just to let something progress in the background. Alright, so we're clear of that area. Let's just leave them. They've abandoned our island siege, by the way, so I'm going to give them the attack order to go after that one, I guess. So, just to recap, sorry for the distraction there. So these two ships, flagship and our smaller military ship, are now heading straight east. If we go all the way along here, want to attack, not that one, but that one. It's weak. So am I, though. And we're being chased, are we? We are being chased, actually. Interesting. It's quite an even battle. I'm just wondering, do I turn around and deal with this guy? No, okay. If we could just pick off that one, that'd be fine. Now, we could start building our ship again. One more sail needs to be made, okay. And we should really build a repair crane so we can come in here and help ourselves out. Ideally, you want to put it near your dock, actually. Let's do that. And do that. And I'll just pave all this, I guess. Can we start in the sand? The sand is plebeian workforce. Can't upgrade that yet because of a bug. Keep going, guys. Chase this guy down. He's super weak. He killed our trade ship. We need justice. Alright, good night. At least that's okay. And if we set up that trade route, we'll just assign this guy to escort and we should be okay. So we picked up some weapons. We get something for it, I guess. And we can finally get the civilian ship back up and running. Our population's going to suffer, though, as soon as they start running out of that stuff. In fact, what we could do as well here, just make a manual delivery. I think it's worthwhile. Of the resin and olives. Just to keep us going. Okay, cool. Now, the population, again, has fallen a little bit. They're actually totally fine. It must be these buildings, was it? No, they cost 7. So what's happened? Maybe just the way I upgraded things, I wasn't paying too much attention. Let's try to get a few more people in here. And hope for the best. We have a market and tavern right there. Oh yeah, the warehouse required people as well, didn't it? So this is going to have to go across this way. Can we go diagonal? Okay. And ideally we cross somewhere here. But I've kind of blocked all this off. I did say that before. So we're just going to have to go further across. We will build a crossing there in the future. Man, it's so awkward. There we go. I find that very finicky to build diagonally in this game. Okay. We could go straight across here and up. Whatever. At least we're connected. It's such a mess. Okay, so we have our 2 concrete mixers. We now have limestone. So limestone's 30 seconds, so they should be fine. Just gonna pick up those materials, bring them back over now as well. So olives, resin. Oh. Alright, great. You follow him and you go back home. Oh man, alright. What a distraction. But at least concrete's now been made. That's good. We have the original materials coming back over, so they should be okay as well in the future. Let's get rid of some of this old redundant stuff. And with concrete, we can make our aqueduct and everything. But really, we need 112 concrete to give to the Emperor, just to get a few things. And what else do we have? Yeah, I've done everything else. Cool. Any other contracts we need to do? Because it would always be good to make some money. 33 minutes for her. Concordia. 30 minutes as well. Okay, so no contracts for quite a while. But we'll get some in Albion, actually. Our ship is coming out in 2 minutes 20.
So, when will those materials materialize?
Alright, so the sand is being delivered in now. Excellent. And the limestone will come straight out of here. And we could have a third one of these. It's just about
20
upgrading more.
here.
But it's a bit difficult to do. Oh, don't want to do that until we at least deliver in the olives and stuff again, because that's going to run out any minute now. We're at 0, but there's 2 in this building still, so we might just get here in time. So I told this little ship to follow that ship, and this one's just pulled way ahead by the looks of things. I'm surprised as well, because that's the weaker one. I don't know how to make ships move together in this game. I think if you don't tell them to escort, they'll follow each other, but whatever. I'm sure they'll both get there fine. Alright, a few more equites. And that's enough now to get a third concrete. And that's all we can manage for now. So basically, 1 limestone quarry can sustain 3 of these. And 2 quartz can sustain 3 of these. So we should, I think the numbers are correct then. So hopefully these 3 will just keep going. And how long do they take? They take 1:30. So every 30 seconds we make 1. I'll have to do the math, but he needs this in an hour. So you guys can do the math on that. Can we make 112 in that time? I feel like only barely. If I don't spend the concrete on anything, maybe. But the reputation will be pretty good. It'll help long term, but it is a tall order, I must say. Alright, once the ship pulls in, I promise, we'll go to Albion. Just to at least see what's going on there. Let's speed up time a little bit. Alright, so you've finished. I'm going to pop you... Actually, I won't put you on that route just yet. We'll wait until the other ship comes in and drops off these weapons. Once you've dropped off the weapons, then you can escort this guy from then on. So our delivery is just about here. Alright, good. And you're being repaired by the crane. Excellent. The ship's going to take a little longer to get there, but it's just around the corner. How are we doing for everything else? We got our first batches of concrete coming in. Nice. Once you make 5, you can get the research for roads. So we'll queue that up as well once we do. But yeah, we can get the Cult of Minerva. It's actually pretty good for research, hospitality, portitories. Workforce needed is reduced for warehouses. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Let's get that also. And then latrines. Alright, nice. Feel bad, man. Our first trading ship deleted, you know? And this guy's so slow. I guess there's no rowers on this ship, so that... Well, I did say that, but damn, you know, you're going against the wind. It is rough. I hope when I click to escort the trade ship, they stay together, because otherwise it defeats the whole purpose. In Anno 1800, there's like a quality of life thing where it says like grouped behavior, mixed behavior, or individual. You know, if the ships should stay together or not. This game doesn't seem to have that, which seems crazy. So this ship is pretty much done. Again, tempting to go to Albion. I think we'll do it. I'm gonna risk it. Or we could go out and fight 1 or 2 more ships on our own. They've only got 3 ships. I reckon, yeah, maybe we'll go fight. Making another military ship would be nice, but we need 23 workers. Oh yeah, that's where the workforce went. We put him on a ship. Sorry, my bad. Alright, finally you've arrived. At least you got weapons on board, so that's nice, because then we can just make ships out of that. There we go. Right, you follow him. And you are going to go on this route. So delete the old guy off. Cornucopia can go on instead. Establish. Good luck, Godspeed. Please travel together. I don't know if you will or not. I wonder what the speed is. Sail speed is 45 to 90 feet per second. Same with this one. So they should stay together at least. Alright. Enough dilly-dallying. We can finally go to Albion. So let's check it out.
You Romans probably think this place is weird. All of that. But then if a Celt saw Latium, they'd probably feel the same. It's our home. It's ancient. Naturally, a Roman sees it running wild and wants to bring it to order, to heal. Expect a bit of resistance there, mind. It's two different worlds, sort of, bound by fate, but divided in belief. Anyway, Albion knows how all that's meant to me.
I love this music. It's so cool. It's like, yes, I want to take it all. All right, let's check it out. Now, while that cutscene plays, other people just embark from here. If you skip the cutscene, you see all the other ships, but they just left immediately, because why would they wait? They don't watch the cutscene. So the first island should be in the center. First four, because we're playing on Archipelago. This is Flavius, what is it? Something Corvinus? 191 charcoal he wants. Yeah, that's a bit too much. 7,000 though, if you could do that. Pretty good.
You are also a scientist. I knew it.
But that would mean loading up my flagship with 200 and sending it here. Yeah, I would just wait. Diplomatic relations have improved. Alright, cool. So Flavius's little area, pretty cool. It's got a Roman camp and stuff. Everyone's around there chopping trees and building, making shields and onagers and stuff like that, I guess. He's got his little forges out the side. I think this probably plays a bigger role in the campaign, but I love the look of this. It's so cool. On the white cliffs and everything.
You're welcome to stay here anytime.
And he's offering soap. He requests trousers, porridge, and sausages.
No special provision.
Got his own items as well. We've only just gone into the black again for money, so nothing gonna happen anytime soon. Let's hop back over. So we'll just keep periodically hopping between the two. Now my military ship is out here waiting and trying to hunt. Oh, we found someone already. Wow, that was quick. Aether Igorwin. Oh, actually, it's not that unusual, right? He's in the center, so it makes sense. Yeah, but he's the first island we came across. Just coincidence, I guess. Polite greeting, please. A fire has started in Roma.
Upstanding conduct.
There we go, the misty marshlands of Albion. We have a contract here. 30 sails for 5,800. That's pretty good as well. That's a good amount of money for sails. I don't know, though. I'd say, okay, let's do it. We'll deliver you that. Our flagship will deliver it. We're not going to be making any more ships for a little while. Alright, let's explore the other islands and see which one we're going to grab. He's already got his mud pits going. He's got his little town built. Now that we've discovered him, I guess he can come over to Latium if he wants. Damn, it's annoying. I'm just looking down here all the time. The pirates are pretty far away. One's there, another's here. Come at me, bro. So, we've had a fire. Yeah, there it is. Tell you what, if we could just connect this over. Can't quite reach, but it can get a bit further if we move it. Feels a bit cheap doing that, just moving the building. I mean, you still lose things, I guess, in the meantime, but it's a bit too easy to do that. At least in Anno 1800, if you move the building, there's a wind-up time before they can deploy, but they can deploy in this game straight away. Makes life a little easier. We're up to 13 concrete. Maybe it is doable after all. 112. So we only need 100 to go, basically. And we have enough now that we can build our aqueduct and cistern. So it is tempting. Like, if we build a quick aqueduct here, build a cistern here, we'd get a big bonus. And that way, then we'll just save up all the concrete for the Emperor, and then when we have enough, we can rebuild the town. Should we do that? I think we should. Get our first little baby aqueduct going. I'll just throw you in there. I'll blueprint it out, though, just to see how it works. So, we have the aqueduct source. We need the cistern. And that cistern will affect all of these. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not building it deep into the town or anything. Go against the wall here, maybe, and just straight to there. Sure. So how much would that be? That'd be 10.
Signs of public unrest.
And I don't know how much these sections would cost me. It tells you, it doesn't really tell you properly here. It says 9, but it's more than 9. It's per section. So that's 8, 9. Probably this section then is 3. Ugh, it is a lot. But it's awful tempting, because it would completely remove the fire risk, and it would improve the health dramatically. Pretty tempting. I'll see what you guys think. You guys can tell me what we should do with that. Either build it, or just completely hold off until we do the proper aqueduct, which will be coming down from like somewhere up here probably in the future. So these two will be 2 aqueduct sources. We'll merge them together so we've got like really high flow, or like a large amount, and then yeah, we feed into the farms over this way, and the town this way and this way. At least that's the plan. Alright, let's go for this enemy ship. I could get swarmed here, but I don't know. I'm gonna risk it. I'm sending my other little military ship here too. It's not too far away, so it might be able to help. I've done pretty good damage, but there's 2 ships kind of closing on me. Alright, good night. The other ship is just there to my right. I'm not going to pick up that stuff. My ship is coming down this way again. So it'll be a little 2v2 maybe if you want to engage. It's probably going to go for its own stuff to pick it up. I've noticed the pirates do that actually. Like they're really hardcore into picking up what they lose. 8. Oh, you can actually see what it is. It's only tiles. I don't really need that. What did I say I would deliver, by the way? It was sails, oh yeah. Damn, if I go with the wind, I should catch him. Nope. Almost, but not really. Alright, we're actually getting some good hits in. I think we will get him. I'm getting very low on health, though. He's slowing down dramatically now, though. That's good. So we'll catch him. My other ship is on the way, just in case we're really vulnerable. So hopefully this will be the last of the pirates, because there's only another ship after this. So we can kind of ignore them then for a while. They have a few in their bay, but none out at sea. So they'll probably hold off for a while. Close one though, man. We got pretty low. I'm gonna send this back to Rome. Actually, yeah, can we pick up that stuff? Would be a bit greedy. Pick this up and then go back. Just, it's a matter of this other... Okay, they're leaving me alone, actually. That's good. What do we get? Just some tiles. Whatever. Come back then. And my little small ship will escort. Okay, cool. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's go to Albion. Let's check out what's going on. Right, so we found one. Let me pause it actually. So this island, or this one. These, ooh, we've got copper and silver. Copper and iron. I'm gonna go for the copper and silver one. Oh, I recognize this layout actually. This is one we had when in my Albion stream. So a big marsh divides the sort of regular land. Now obviously we can eventually make that arable land over time. But this is a nice big one, I think. Particularly when we fill it in, it will be big. So yeah, I don't see why not. So we got barley, pony, iron, copper, and silver. And I don't really want to wait any longer before conquering one, so we'll just take that one. If I have a look at the others just really quickly. This is an interesting one with how high up you can build. It's also got the iron and copper, but it's got herbs, dye, and salt. Herbs, dye, and salt. Would that be better? barley's used for beer. So that's pretty good. I don't know about ponies, what they're used for. And silver. Silver's for the brooches. Yeah, brooches is actually worth a lot of money. So, yes. Yeah, I'm confident in that. We'll head back to that island and see if we can get that one then. I don't know if I just mentioned it, but the first island's free, so I don't really worry about that. But the second island then will cost money. Alright, my little guy is protecting him, so that's good. Alright, not much more to do. Yeah, population has kind of fallen down a bit. Why? If they get their aqueduct, they gain health 3, fire safety 3, but also the cistern will provide that to everyone here as well. So it's a huge benefit. We've also still got the festival going on, giving us extra income for 2.5 hours, and we still have the Pax Rhetorica giving us extra knowledge at the cost of belief. And we need to make 30 tons of sales for our flagship to go to Albion, which it'll go as soon as it gets here and picks that up. We've got 12 at the moment. It does produce sales quite slowly, I guess. Every minute 30 we make one. We could make another one of these if we just had more plebeians. I've kind of held off on growing because we'll increase the city's status, and that will just cause more negatives. You really kind of want to hold off until you actually get some of these infrastructure projects built, in my opinion, before you go too tall. Or too wide, I mean. You want to be able to grow tall and take care of your people. That said, we can definitely get just a few more plebeians to help us out at that. The sail making. Okay, cool. Our trade ship's doing its thing still. Nice. How's this island doing for everything? Everything's fine here, obviously. It's a small island, not much going on at the moment. Still making its olives and resin. No issues. Full of wood. Great. No problem. Should set the thing here as well, just to sell if you're above a certain amount, so they'll sell off the excess wood. Just if you're above 70. Cool. Alrighty. I feel like this episode is really disjointed and hopping all over the place, but I feel, you know, kind of had to be done. The pirates are what they are. Let's see if we have new contracts yet.
You can roll your eyes now.
13 minutes, and then it'll be 13 for her as well, right? Yeah, 15. Okay, cool. God, there's so many people up here. In dead silence, apparently. Nice. So we're just after saving on workforce a little bit by getting portitories. A well-managed warehouse is a well-run warehouse. Negative 20%, and upkeep costs are reduced as well. So that's good. Yes, a little bit extra. Ship is hobbling back, but it's just about to turn the corner now and get to that repair crane, which is what we want to see.
I throw some of our work in the fire for the penalties watching over.
You throw some of your work in the fire. You throw sheep in the fire. How's the concrete going? It's going well. If we have a look at the raw material cost, yeah, it's the sandstone is even. We have more sand than we need, so that's good. Or sorry, limestone. More salt than we need. All of this is good. We're probably suffering a little on the consumption now. We need more fish. Bread is okay. Garum is a little low. Yeah, these things are low because I just kept growing without really accounting for it. More fish, I guess, if we can fit them in. That warehouse is going to be busy. And then the garum is from this thing, the Skomber shack. Now, if we have a look at the agricultural products for mackerel, we actually produce more than we need. It's a bit awkward. The music has just completely gone off. It's almost like I'd love to get an improvement to this, just like a slight productivity boost, but we can't really do that. Could just build another one. People were saying, by the way, don't build this in the town. People hate it. I'm still going to do it. Yeah, people told me that in the previous playthrough. They were like, you know, oh, there's apparently a Roman law that said that these things had to be moved out of the city. But it's like, yeah, well, our law hasn't been passed yet, okay? So until then, we're going to take the money at the expense of the health hit. Is it health hit or happiness? It's just happiness hit, actually. Ship's under attack. Which one? Hang on. Oh, here. Oh, no! Oh, this is one of the quinqueremes that we have to take out. Damn, man. I didn't have them on evasive. Damn it! That stuff is still in the water though. We can actually maybe get that. I just need to heal and then go for it. Oh, my military ship was escorting. I could send the military ship out to get it. But they've... Oh yeah, they've got 2 slots actually. Man, people are like, oh, you're really good at the game. It's like, clearly not. I can't even keep my ships alive. So those quinqueremes are from a quest. They're higher tier than anything we can research right now, and they're really powerful. So my flagship wouldn't be able to kill it. I'd probably need 3 ships to kill it. Flagship plus 2 small military ones. And they just wander around the map right until we take them out. So it's just bad timing, bad luck. I forgot to put my ship back on evasive. So we'll just get another civilian ship again, but that will cost me 10 sails. I kind of need those sails to go to Ether. How long until he loses his quest? Oh, there's no timer on it, actually. Okay, we could do that whenever. Yeah, ultimately we need the ship, don't we? So we could also buy a ship for money, actually. Maybe just buy the one we lost, if we can find a cheap one.
I kissed a boy in my cabin once. He wasn't very good at it. Ate half my face.
Jeez, too much TMI. This one, little military ship as well. It's too much money. 15,000 for these ships is too much at the moment. Because we can just make one for like 1,000. Alright. Queue it back up. Civilian 1. That's what happens, you know. I turned down paying the ransom. I mean, I couldn't pay the ransom, so it is what it is. But that's why he kind of went on the attack. And then that one was just neglect, I guess. That's my bad. I forgot. Let's conquer the island in Albion. Alright, we have it, so we're now free to explore around here at least. Let's go to the 4 corners and see what's going on. So yeah, we need to get started building here. I'll probably just leave that for the next episode because we're going to be basically wrapping up here now, and we can start a fresh town in Albion and see what's going on with their building chains out in the old world. Bit slow, but I'm going to wait on your comments for what I should do with the cistern and aqueduct. Do we hold all the concrete until we have 112 to pay the Emperor? Who needs it in 47 minutes, by the way. That seems a bit rough, actually. I'll have to do the math. But if you want me to then build let's say we do that, then the question really is, do we build a small aqueduct just to keep us going for a couple of episodes? Or do we wait a couple episodes without one and build like the bigger aqueduct? I mean, eventually we'll build a bigger one anyway. I just wonder if this is a loss or not. That's why we didn't have enough clay. I guess it's a weird question. I've kind of decided, like, well, we need to hold the concrete for the Emperor because we're not making that much. And I'll have to do the math. 47 minutes, we make 2 per minute. So that's 80. So we're cutting it really fine. Especially if there's, like, a fire or something. And then it's like, okay, after that, we'll have to wait a really long time to build up another 100 to basically do our long aqueduct. Or we could do a mini aqueduct in the short time. And that will push out the redevelopment of the city for at least 1 episode, probably. I feel like I might have to do that, but I'll be curious just to see what people say anyways. And sorry I suck, and sorry our 2 trade ships died, but at least we picked up the stuff that we lost, so we can deliver that back for now. I could have just been doing it with a military ship, I guess. But yeah, ideally it's just be a civilian ship, I think, that we look after and we protect with patrols. Once we've got a couple of military ships going, it'll be a lot easier. Alright, well anyway, that's going to have to be it as the sun sets on Roma. A little, first few setbacks, I would say. Kind of disappointed in myself. But, you know, progress is okay. We have our tier 3. We have concrete going. We're in Albion, you know. I don't think I'm really that behind on anything, but could have been done a bit better, I think. Alright, we'll pause time there. That's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Something like 40%, oh, actually, it's like 60% of you are not subscribed. So, you know, if you can just click the button, it would be helpful. Maybe we could hit 200k before the end of the year. That'd be crazy. In a month and a half. That'd be, like, impossible. Or is it? Not if you click the button, it wouldn't be. It'd be done tomorrow if you all clicked it. But anyways, that's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you. Sorry for a missed day, but it should be daily from now on. At least for this week. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks.